Thank you, Ordinary President, and thank you for this opportunity.
Your name?
My name is Mike Iria Ehime. Please, sir, I know I would have preferred we be put on oath before I start speaking, sir.
There is no need.
Okay, sir.
We have started already,
okay.
But God is watching all of us.
Okay.
Anybody will talk lie here, God Almighty, before the end of this year, may be the person be involved in a very bad motor accident.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Can I continue now, sir?
Yes, sir.
I know Barrister Ige very well. During my trial in association before I resigned and relocated to the U.S., I came to his office on the instruction of the former Secretary General to do a petition.
What was your designation there?
Organizing Secretary
of
Abuja.
Abuja what?
Abuja of Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria.
Thank you.
I was given an instruction by the former Secretary General then to go and meet Barrister.
By name who?
Solomon Onagino. To go and meet Barrister Ige so that he would guide me on my petition because I was being victimized by Alade Bashiru Lawal. I had some information on Alade Bashiru Lawal. When it comes to Abuja, he alters the figures that are supposed to be paid to the chairman. He shortchanged them. So I opened this thing up to the Secretary General then towards the time he was leaving. So he needed an extension to correct most of these abnormalities. But Alade Bashiru Lawal worked against him and ensured that he didn't get it and kicked him out. There was a game plan. So Onagino now asked me to meet Barrister Ige to guide me on my petition. Barrister Ige was giving my petition to Alade Bashiru Lawal, and that case was quashed in the FCC.
Wait, hold on. When I understand that,
I can repeat myself, sir.
Please.
The petition that Onagino told me to go and meet Barrister Ige.
You were organizing secretary.
Yes, sir.
And you discovered that the then president.
No. The
Secretary General.
He was Deputy Secretary General to Onagino.
By name who?
Alade Bashiru Lawal.
You had information.
I can bring the documents. I still have them, sir.
Wait now. Okay, you had and you still have.
Yes, sir.
Documents.
Yes, sir.
Proving that
he was changing figures.
Workers.
He will change the figures of rebates. If he's supposed to pay 100,000, he will change it to 60. We'll cut it. I have the papers. I can present it.
You have them?
Yes, sir.
We will need to have
Please,
them.
I'll bring them, sir.
Okay.
So he will change the figures and shortchange them.
So you now forwarded the matter before
Onagino, the present Secretary General then.
At that time?
Yes.
Then Onagino now directed you to this barrister?
No, Onagino now said he will look into it.
He said he will look into it?
Yes.
Then who directed you to this barrister here?
When Onagino was about leaving was when this thing was exposed. So he had no time to correct it. Are you getting me? But Alade Bashiru knew I had information on him. So he started victimizing me. Even though he signed my school release to finish my program in University of Abuja, he posted me out to Jos. And before I was posted out to Jos, this OJ gave me 3 queries in 1 week. He was using OJ now to persecute me. So Onagino now asked me to meet Barrister Ige to help me.
Barrister
yes,
here.
to help me draft my petition. The petition that I was drafting was in his office. He was giving copies to Lawal.
To the person?
Yes, because Lawal was now Secretary General then. Yes. So the EFCC didn't do anything. They sat on the case. But my uncle now used his personal influence, Roland Iyayi, former NEMA MD, used his influence to speak to people in Lagos without a petition, and they invited Lawal to EFCC. At EFCC, Lawal went on his knee to beg my uncle, Roland Iyayi, and my mom that they should give me 2 years study leave with full salary, that we shouldn't expose him.
The same you that was given permission to study in the University of Abuja?
Yes.
And then at the same time you were posted to Jos?
Yes. So he pleaded that we should just settle this in-house.
In EFCC's office?
Yes, in Lagos.
Yes.
That was when the head of the EFCC operations then, his name is Patrick. I can't remember his last name. But it was a personal
What year
friend.
was that?
This should be 2013.
Okay, go ahead.
2013, 2014.
Go ahead.
My uncle now said, my brother, since he has accepted let's leave him, and asked me to start managing his own business here in Abuja. So even after my expiration of my study leave, I didn't go back to the place. I relocated to the US. I came for the US on this matter. I don't live in Nigeria anymore.
Because of this matter,
Yes,
you came
sir.
back.
Yes,
Please,
sir.
let's appreciate him.
I also want to draw your attention to something. When all these games were starting, I went to Innocent Bola Odu in his office, and I showed him bank statements of how Lawal was shortchanging the union. And he told me something that was very significant to this matter. I said, don't worry, when the time is up, we will take this matter on. He's here. I went to his office. He didn't invite me. And after that time, I never saw him again. Until when I saw it in the news about him being persecuted on this child trafficking thing. I also want to go to some information that was mentioned here. Ansarudin account, 850 million was transferred from association account into Ansarudin account. That's why it was flagged. Fumilayo Salami, that was...
Hold on, please.
Please, sir, please, sir.
No. How much was transferred into Ansarudin's...
850 million from Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria. The case is being investigated by S-Squad.
Do you have an evidence?
Yes, sir.
Continue.
The case is being investigated by X-Squad, Area 10, Gariki, Abuja. They were the one that PMD all those accounts. Alade Bashiru Lawal has 45 accounts. All the 45 accounts put together came to about 3.79 billion. And most of these monies were moved from Association of Senior Civil Servant account. Ojekeme, I petitioned him. I'm coming, sir. I petitioned him to EFCC. He was arrested in 2022. In his account, they found 650 million. He could only account for 350 million. Alade Bashiru Lawal owned houses in Banana. They traced some properties to him in Dubai. They traced monies to Fumilayo Salami's daughter's account.
Who is Fumilayo Salami?
The woman that they said they picked from Lagos, that was arrested and kept for 3 days. She was detained for 3 weeks. She was in Area 10 for 3 weeks. They found 850 million in her account. In her daughter's account that was linked to her, they found 250 million naira. Please, sir, like I said, the police can be invited to come and defend themselves. Now, at EFCC, what happened after they found all these volumes on them? Ige was still the lawyer that looked for bail shorties for them. This barrister.
This same lawyer.
Yes, this same lawyer was the one that looked for shorties for them. Sir, the head of operations then, his name is Workers, Fumilayo, Madam Fumi, and Gidado. I told them at the meeting, I said, we will bring this matter to the fore at the appropriate time. I said, if I die, I speak for the truth. My father retired as a top policeman. He left the service when the service became corrupt. He's still alive, though he's sick. And he told me that my name is better than millions. Are you getting me, sir?
Yes.
And I stand by that. If OJ said he was not invited by EFCC, and the money that they said they traced to his account that I couldn't explain, let him say it now. Now, apart from that, the difference of the money that was found, which was about 350 million that I couldn't account for, he said in his statement that Alade Bashiru Lawal gave him the money. Please, sir, invite EFCC here. Bawa was the chairman then. They now said the matter was transferred to ICPC. The ICPC will get in touch with
From
to me.
EFCC to
Yes,
ICPC.
yes, sir. Till date, ICPC never invited me. Now, the money they were talking about, the 69 million naira for the Jeep, has been taken by ICPC on oath. ICPC has collected the money from him and from his lawyer, and they still charge the matter to court. Now, sir, if I want to go into so many things, we will not finish here, but please just allow me. Most of all these accounts that we are talking about that have been PNB are accounts that were proceeds of crime were traced into those accounts. Lawal had people that he was using, which OJ is part of them, Abbas is part of them, Fumilayo Salami is part of them.
Who is Abbas?
It's not here, but it's one of them, one of the staffs. So one thing you need to know is that that place has become like a cabal. Bola did not know what he was getting into. Even though I warned him in 2012 that these people are criminals And all they want to do, I'm sorry, I withdraw my statement, sir.
Okay.
But these people are not straightforward people. These people do not do the right things. These people are just there for their pocket, not for the masses. You coming in there to want to change things, they will come after you.
You told him.
Let me give him the mic.
No need.
I told him this in 2012 when I was relocating. Sir, I have nothing to benefit from the union. I'm very comfortable, sir, to the glory of God. But I stand for the truth. Let's speak the truth when we need to speak the truth. I have a video of Alade Bashiru's son in Dubai, living a lavish life, driving Bentley, smoking cocaine with the union's fund. Anything I say, sir, I stand by it and I can give evidences. If you allow them, bring in my phone, I will play this video to the whole world to see how Alade Bashiru's son is wasting the union's fund. This same video was played to him at Alagbon. He sat on the floor.
They played
this video
for Alade,
to Alade Bashiru. They played it to him.
He saw it and he felt he sat on the floor.
Oga Hassan was there. Bola Audu was there. Elias Idoko was there. Do I count more names, sir?
No need. Continue.
He sat on the floor. Are you getting me, sir? He now said that his son, he has not seen the son for years. That is not true. Are you getting me, sir? In part of the police investigation, they are trying to stop the investigation. You see that order of Buhari? That order was the order that the police sought to lien those accounts. But Ige went, I don't know what he did, to go and unfreeze some of the accounts. Let me give you a copy of that order, please, sir. So,
Barrister, I know.
I want to collect it. It's in front. Please, sir, I can go myself. This is a copy of the order.
Please, Barrister Pamela, take it from him.
That was sought to unfreeze those accounts. Now, they are trying to stop the police from going ahead with the investigation. Now, what they've done is that they've sued me, they've sued him. There are some that they sued me and the IG, saying that the IG should stop investigation. Are you getting me, sir? Now, the same thing they did in EFCC. EFCC matter now went to ICPC that never saw the day of the light. The light of the day. Yes, the light of the day. The same thing they are trying to repeat now. I can give OJ the phone, the microphone. Was he not invited in EFCC? No, did they not find those monies in his account? Just concentrate, please. Please. Let me go back, sir, so I can continue what I'm saying. So, like I'm saying, sir, this. Go ahead. No, please go ahead, please. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Like I was saying, sir, all they are just trying to do in the summary is to cover up all their criminal activities, sir. Thank you, sir. Are you done? No, yes, no. I'm going to ask you to repeat one thing. Okay, sir. That is of interest to me. Okay, sir. And to the interest of every Muslim that is listening to this program. How much did you say was traced to Ansaruddin's account? 850 million naira. One. There's another one that has, I'm coming, sir. There are two Ansaruddin. Go ahead. There's another one that has about 100 and something million. There are two Ansaruddin accounts. He has gotten another to unfreeze the account. He got the order yesterday. Talk to me, please. Now, those accounts, there is one that has 850 million traced from association to that account. Okay. There are also accounts where he transferred money from the union account to his wife's account. Alade Bashiru doing all this now. From the union's account, he will transfer money to his wife's account. He now also he has a cooperative that is not registered. I'm coming, sir. That he transfers money from the union account to that cooperative account. From that cooperative account, he leave the cooperative. How much did you say was traced to Ansaruddin's account? Okay, one was 850 million, one was 250 million. Thank you very much. And he's the sole signatory of those accounts. Sole signatory? Yes, sir. Alade Bashiru Lawal is the sole signatory. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's appreciate him. Yes. Okay, the next one.
Thank you, Honorary President. I must say.
Yes, go ahead, okay. Please.
Yeah, let me use the opportunity to say thank you for giving innocent Bola Audu to tell the story of the coup that was planned against him for almost
I'm
4
struggling to hear
years
you.
now. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said, I must thank you. It's like the phone is not working.
You don't need to thank me. Just go straight to the point, please.
Yes, because this is the opportunity we've been looking for. And by the grace of God, we've gotten it. The meeting OJ was referring to of the CWC. My name is Elias Idoku. Yes, I was one of the staff of the association. I resigned there as the state secretary. It was on this matter that I was forced to resign from the union. Yes, I was one of the people that was asked to resign. As Bola said in February, when he was arrested by the NAPTIP, all of us were in the office. When the NAPTIP people came to the office, Igboke that is talking here was not in Abuja. Igboke was in Enugu.
This man here.
This man here, he was in Enugu. As at that time, he was not the deputy secretary general. He was the state secretary in Enugu. OJ, I was myself, OJ, Oliver, the Glory, and some other staff were the one in Abuja when that incident happened. We were in the office when the NAPTIP people came. In fact, I was in my office and the president's office faced each other, very close. From my office, you walk to his office. We were in the office when the NAPTIP people came. That day was like, in fact, we were shocked. It's a day that I can never forget in my life, or one of the darkest days in my life, because of what happened that day.
What happened? Go straight.
How they came to arrest president from the meeting that he was holding with CWC members. After the arrest that he was taken to NAPTIP, some of us wanted to follow. I wanted to join them to go to where they were taking him to. Alade Bashir Lawal stopped me from going with them. He said I should not go. And President, sir, I must tell you, there was no member of the association apart from the few CWC that were there. And nobody were there to say wanted to do any action against anything. Nobody. Bola was just picked from there. And then Alade Bashir Lawal and the Tommy and some of the members escorted Bola to NAPTIP. It's like they just escorted him and had him over to NAPTIP and they came back. I must tell you, after that, we were surprised. We didn't even know where they took Bola to. After that day, the following day, Alade Bashir Lawal organized a meeting. There was another meeting of Unity college teachers in Abuja. Alade attended that meeting. And at that meeting, we have a staff in the office, Mustafa. His father also was at that meeting from Unity School. So Mustafa now called his dad and then to ask his dad about what was happening. The dad now told Mustafa, okay, this is what's happening to the father, to Bola.
What did he tell him?
That Bola was arrested and taken to NAPTIP. And Bola is in the NAPTIP now and they don't know what happened. Mustafa now told the son that they were not told at that meeting. That if they were told at that meeting, in fact, the members would have marched to a NAPTIP office to go and protest there. If Lawal has told them. And this thing happened when they were having a meeting in a day after the NAPTIP arrest, their meeting. Mustafa said, that is the father was telling Mustafa that we would have marched to NAPTIP office. He said, okay, let him call Lawal, Alade Bashir Lawal. Then he called Alade Bashir Lawal. Bashir Lawal told Mustafa to tell his son to stay away from that matter. That his son should not have involved himself. Me, we share the same office with the Mustafa. I said, all of us, I said, what is happening? We did not know what was going on. Then at the end, some of us now decided to go and visit Bola in the office, in the NAPTIP facility, the office. They got information that some of us were going to see him. That was what necessitate our the query that was given to us. Myself, Oliver, Unoma, Sonny, and Glory. It were about 7 of us in the office. Yes, 7 that were asked to leave because of course we are close to Bola. Once they discover that you are close to Bola, that is all. You will be either sacked or be forced to resign. Me, I resigned because after I got the information from Lagos that this is what is coming. Somebody called me from Lagos that Elias, your query and your posting to Damaturu Yobe is on August table. That I should not go for that posting. I said, what are you talking? He said, yes, I should not go because he said what he's hearing. If I go to that Damaturu, something may happen. I may not come back. That night, I discussed with my family, and they said I should resign. That was how I tendered my letter of resignation. The following day that they were coming to give us the letter of posting, before the letter of posting, I came to office very early in the morning. I then dispatched my letter in the office. Then the other woman, I told her, Madam Unoma Mary, that yes, the married woman, she was posted to Meduguri. Oliver was posted to Zamfara. Sonny was posted to Yobe. Others in Lagos were posted to Mercy was posted to Bauchi. All of us, Abuja, we were 7. Lagos were about 15. All in all, we are above 20, or less than 25 that were dismissed, asked to go. So that was how I resigned. Then after I resigned, we were now saying, okay, those that said they want to go for the posting, they went for the posting. Reaching there after 1 week, 2 weeks, nothing was sent to them. They were now trying to find how to survive over there. They now call Alade Bashir Lawal that Oga about their 28 days. Alade Bashir Lawal, who told you we are going to pay you 28 days? That the posting was just a formality for you to go. That is giving them 24 hours to resign. These people just hang there at Meduguri, Damaturu, and other places. Yes, Zamfara. So that was how they should send their resignation through email of the session. That was how they resigned there and sent their the resignation letter to them through email. They came back. After that, what was expected of Lawal to do, they were supposed to pay us, all the 25 people that left, our money. The next thing was that a letter was given to us, and I want somebody to read this letter, please. Yes, by Bashir Lawal, please. Just read this letter before I continue.
Samira, collect it and give it to Barrister Pamela.
Okay. And this letter, so I don't. Please let her just read this letter, then I will continue, please.
Do you have a microphone with you?
Yes, sir, I do.
I hope it won't disappoint.
Let me use the handheld.
You can remain there while you read.
Thank you. Okay. Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, an affiliate of Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC. Our ref ASCSN/CONF/PIR.52/Volume 1/2022. Bureaucrat House, 2 Dapobode Thomas Street, via Motogrami Road off Tomobon Street, Yaba. P.O. Box 9908 Marina, Lagos, Nigeria. Liaison Office, Plot 61 0, Abaribe Close, Area 7, Gariki, Abuja. Website www.
The website goes straight to the content. Heading:
Idiko Elias Ame, Plot 20, Kubo, Phase 1, Asokoro Extension, Abuja, 28 June 2021. Extension of commitment. I am directed to inform you that your terminal entitlement has been computed and now ready for payment. 2. The Central Working Committee at its meeting held on Tuesday, 7th June 2021 has, however, directed that you should submit a letter of commitment/undertaking that you shall not, after leaving the association and receiving your terminal benefit, engage in or join any union, either directly as an employee or as a consultant, work against the association or its interests, such as by representing such opposing union at negotiation with employer and employees or in court against the association, and that the undertaking shall be enforceable against you. Joshua Apibo for Secretary General.
Thank you, my sister.
Wait. Please
Number 2.
Reread it.
Okay, sir. I am directed to inform you that your terminal entitlement has been computed and now ready for payment. 2. The Central Working Committee, CWC, at its meeting held on Tuesday, 7th June 2021, has, however, directed that you should submit a letter of commitment/undertaking that you shall not, in bracket, after leaving the association and receive your terminal benefits, engage in or join any union, either directly as an employee and or as a consultant, work against the association or its interests, such as by representing such opposing union at negotiation with employer and employee or in court against the association, and that the undertaking shall be enforceable against you.
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable President. That was the letter that was given to us, that before we collect our money, we have to write an undertaking.
Did you write the undertaking?
No.
Since when did this happen?
This is 2020, since 2021.
And up till now, you
Up
have not
to
been
today
given
that I'm
your
talking to
benefit.
you. Yes.
Not only him.
Not
What
only
about
me.
the rest of the people? Did they write?
Some could not cope.
So they wrote.
The ones that could not cope, they wrote. Especially
were
most of the
given their
women.
benefits.
They, in fact, they were intimidated. They regretted going to Lagos. And you have to go to Lagos before you collect this money. You write the letter and bring it to Lagos. Before at this age, before they pay you the money. And reaching there, the intimidation and humiliation you go through before they pay you this money. They regretted going for those that went there. That is, I just want the whole world to know, and the kind of people we are dealing with.
It's all right.
And you have seen it. So that is that. And I refuse, when I refuse to pay, to collect my money. The issue of Innocent Bola Audu. I've known Bola Audu for very long, even when he was a unit executive secretary in office of OAGF, before he became the vice president for 8 years, then before he was elected as a president. This is somebody that I know very well, just like this comrade, all of them, they are my, in fact, they are my people. They know me and I know them very well, including officer that just spoke now. No, since I've been with them, none of them can fault me. But I was shocked, surprised, because of this matter. Because I am close to Bola. Bola is my oga, and my office is just by side of his office.
Are you supporting him? Wait, hold on. Are you supporting him because he's your pally or because of the truth?
No, because of the truth. Because
you are saying he's your guy, you know him.
Yes, before this matter happened, we knew each other. We knew each other.
Supporting him because you knew you have an existing relationship, or because of the truth on ground?
Because of the truth.
Okay.
On ground. Because of the injustice.
Round up, please.
That's the reason why I am supporting him. Because I knew that if I had gone to court, I will get my justice. Yes, and my money will be paid to me. But I said, if I do that, what is the need? That's why I said, okay, let's fight this battle together.
Okay.
And we have been with him since that time.
Thank you.
Yes, the issue of the checks that we're talking about, that is the tradition Lawal has been, in fact, that is what he has been doing since he was made the Secretary General. Even during the time of Kagama, when Kagama was there as the president.
He brings blank checks.
In the Ghana must go, the accountant will come from Lagos. Korode is his name. Presently, I think he's with Poluke, he has been released. He has been there for like 3 weeks too.
In police detention?
Yes. Okay. I'm just hearing that he has been released. Okay. He will come with Ghana must go to Abuja. Kagama will sign all for like maybe 2 days. Then he will now take the driver, Sonny. Sonny is also part of his outside. He will take Sonny to Jos. Then the treasurer was Asani. He will go to Jos. They will spend 2 days again. Asani will go and sign her own portion. Before he will come back and then take the Ghana must go to Lagos for Lawa to go and spend the money. That is what they wanted to do to Bola, and Bola said no, he will not take that. OJ mentioned my name yesterday, that I burgled president office.
Did you?
My president, it is not true. You said I should not say it's a lie. I don't want to use that. It's not true. It's not true. The woman that he mentioned, the woman is the one holding president key. Is the one that cleaned president office. It's just like when you open office, you are walk into the office. We just, that was just it. Why I was giving query was because I am close to Bola Audu. That was the reason why I was giving query. He is saying I was giving query because of that. The ones in Lagos that were giving query and sacked, do they burgle president office? Are they in Abuja? They burgle president office? What was the reason why they were sacked and they were giving query?
It's okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
My ordinary president, there is something I forgot.
You are beginning to dominate this.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I apologize, sir.
It's a 4 years battle.
It's a 4 years battle. So some things you don't remember.
Quickly.
Now, this same Alade Bashiru Lawal gave himself 5 years consultancy. See all these people here? They are like his excuse me, sir. I want to be careful with words. They are like he's the one controlling. He gave himself Secretary General consultant. I've also been in the paper, sir. It's not with me now, but I can bring it tomorrow. No, Monday.
No, he gave somebody will follow you.
Okay, sir.
Go and collect it today.
Okay, sir. He gave himself Secretary General consultant, renewable every 5 years on the same salary for life. For life. So I will present, please, sir. It's good somebody follows me so that it's not as if I'm going to arrange a document. Somebody follows me as we are going here. Bring the document to you, sir. Now, all these people here, they are sitting tight in office because of the volume of money in the office. And Bola tried, I'm just trying to make a summary of everything. And Bola tried to make a change, but they don't want that change. Thank you, sir.
You have 2 minutes. Only. Stand up, please.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, ordinary president.
Your name, I hardly can hear you.
My name is Comrade Oliver A.M. Chairman. Isaac Ojemeke mentioned my name 3 times yesterday on national television. I have to say it the way it is. I know OJ more than any other person in this hall. I've worked with him for more than 9 years. It is only sleep that separates us in association office. When this matter started in our secretariat, he knows me. What is blue is blue. I can't turn blue to black. To God to make me, as I'm standing here. I was employed in this union by then Boboy Bala Kaigaba from Taraba State. Because of my integrity, that's why he brought me close to him. But on this matter, I told him no to it. I can never be a party to injustice. If it is meant for me to leave this job, I can do that.
Who did you tell that?
Boboy Bala Kaigama in his office, one-on-one. He now said, Oliver. He mentioned my name, Oliver. I said, yes. He drew his ear for more than 3 times. He called my name more than 3 times.
Like this?
Yes. He said, Oliver. I said, yes. Oliver. I said, yes. Who brought you to this place? I said, it's you. If you enter trouble, who will you face? I said, it's you. He said, you should be careful on Bola Innocent Abdu. I said, but, sir, I want to tell you one thing. I can never be a party to injustice.
You told him?
Yes, sir. The next things, I saw OJ give me a query. He gave me query like today, give me query next day, give me query the other day. 3 queries. I have the copies.
Every day, one query?
Yes, sir. See him, Isaac Ojemeke. I have it. After the query, I didn't know that they were planning to remove our president. I didn't know. It was on Friday. Oje now went out and called Alade Bashir Lawal. He said, sir, it is today that I have confirmed that these people are with Bola Innocent Audu.
Who told who?
Oje Isaac Ojemeke. He told Alade Bashir Lawal. I was very close to him. Alade Bashir now told him that issue them a query, of which he did. I have the copy of the query. I have my response here. After that,
you're going to let us have the document.
I will give you, sir. I have a copy. After that, on Friday, Oje gathered all the staff, us, this Isaac Ojemeke. What did he told us? That, you know, this is the area of a convict. They wanted to fumigate the office. So on Monday...
To fumigate the office?
Yes, on Monday, Tuesday, no staff should come to office. We didn't know that that was the period they wanted to perfect the removal of our president. They said we will resume on Wednesday. To shock you, sir. That Wednesday when we resume, the first thing I received, it was transfer. At that level of kidnapping in Kaduna Road, Zamfara, where bandit was too high. I was posted to Zamfara. I don't know anybody in Zamfara. I say I will go because I'm from North. There's no place in this country that I can't go. Despite the fact that I'm from North, Zamfara is not a hidden place. I've never been to that place. I went. I was in a hotel in Zamfara for 2 weeks. 2 good weeks. I don't know anybody in Zamfara. I don't know any. In fact, the person they said I should go and meet, they called him, one Mustafa Muhammad, that Oliver has been posted to that place. Keep watch on him. He told me while I was in Zamfara there.
The Mustafa Muhammad told you?
Yes. He said one Abbas, Musa Muhammad Abbas, called him that he should keep watch on me. After that, Joshua Akwebo, the purported Secretary General, also called him that he should keep watch on me. 2 weeks I was in Zamfara. I said, okay, as a law-abiding citizen, let me obey the rule. I was there. I asked for my legit first 28 days. That is disturbance allowance. Alade Bashir Frame called me that, Oliver, I have seen your request is on my table right now. Nobody, and I repeat it, nobody is giving you a dime. The only thing I will tell you is you should tender your resignation later. And I've given you just 5 days to do that. Within these 5 days, if you didn't do that, anything that happened to you, take it.
He told you via the phone?
Yes, sir. You can go and contact it. I called my president while I was there. I said, this is what happened. This is what happened. He said, Oliver, consult. I said, no problem. The first person I called my parent, my dad. My dad is an emeritus. He was a comrade to the core. Even the National Secretariat acknowledged him, giving him a letter of standing in for the union. But the man is dead. He died on the cause of this problem because his son was wrongly victimized. This man did not seek heart attack. He called me on the 6th of February. We were having matter in National Industrial Court. That is the matter of adoption of written address in the point of law. It was on the 6th of March that we have that matter. My father called me on the 6th of February. And I said, no, it's not today. It is next month. He said, okay. He's just sitting with my mom. He thought maybe it's today. Okay, it's next month. I said, yes. Never know that man is just left with 20 days to go because of this matter. He said, I know you, my son. I know what you stand for. You stand for truth and nothing but the truth.
Go to the matter on ground.
Yes, sir. As it happened, as Alade Bashir Lawal called me, I called President. President said I should consult. I called my father and
your
my
father
mother.
Gave you the go ahead.
I called my wife. I called my in-laws. I know those are the people that if I am being affected, not getting salary, these are the people that will be affected indirectly. I called them. This is what happened. I am in Zamfara State. They say I should tender my resignation letter via email.
Within 5 days?
Within 5 days.
If not?
If not, I asked the secretary there in Zamfara, I said, how do you send letters to Lagos National Secretariat? He said I should use the email on the calendar. I did that. I sent it. That very day that my letter arrived, that very day, Joshua Akwebo replied me that they have received my resignation. I have served the union. Bye-bye. One lady called me.
Do you still have the email? The reply he sent?
Yes, I have it, sir.
Okay.
I have it. One lady now called me from National Secretariat that, hey, you are Comrade Oliver? I said, yes. He said, please, will you forward me your email address? We are going to forward document to you. I said, what do you need my email address for? You people have laid me off. Please leave me alone. I don't need anything.
Did she introduce herself?
She introduced herself, but I'll recap. If somebody fooled me or something that nature. I said, okay. That's what happened. I did not send anything. I said, I am not going to be part of those things. I can't collect a dime. I will stand by my president. When I came back from Zamfara, I met him. We met in his lawyer chamber. I told President, I'm back from Zamfara. I don't know him from Adam. I just know him as my president. And in the role of our organization, what they said is loyalty to your boss. That is what made me to enter it, so because I'm loyal to my boss.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is getting too much. No, Elder, we are not going to talk.
No, I'm not going to talk. I want to collect the mic to drop.
Okay, no. No, these people are getting too much. We had only one person here, and no. Please, I'm sorry. It is your right to say something, but we need to be sensitive. Please, I'm sorry. Please don't use it against me. Please. If you have a separate complaint, you can go to the High Court, Maitama, depose to an affidavit, bring a separate complaint afresh. Please. Now, before Barrister will talk, I want to come back here if there are responses to be made. Please. Thank you, Barrister Pamela.
I want to ask Mr. Michael Iria a question or some questions.
Who is Michael Iria here?
Iria.
Okay, please. Now come down and hold the microphone.
Can you tell this house or the world when was that transfer made from the associations of account of Association of Senior Civil Servants account to the account of Ansaruddin Nursery and Primary School and that of Ansaruddin Society? What date?
My ordinary president, I don't have the exact date, but we can provide. Let me finish, please. We can provide the bank statements, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We'll provide the bank statements.
In your petition to the police, did you attach that bank statement?
The police were the one that got the extract from the banks.
So,
and they brought me in because I was the petitioner and showed me how far they've gone on the case.
Well, you're going to provide us with.
Yes, please, sir.
Now, let it be clear to you.
Yes, sir.
If you give us this bank statement,
yes, sir,
we will give them a copy.
No problem.
Are you comfortable with that?
Very comfortable, sir.
Thank you. So, any other questions, sir?
That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Ojeme,
before him.
You wanted to say something?
No, I thought you wanted to ask me another question.
So, your name again, sir?
Dr. Ibokwe.
Okay.
Sir, please. Ordinary. Please, I want us to note these allegations in such a way that they have to be verified.
Of course, that was the reason why.
Seriously verified. Because it is not enough for somebody, sir.
Each time they mention anything, both from your side and their side, what were my words?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, because what I want.
We are not saying everything they said is true.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Because when I say the issue of money, I'm not concerned about that because it has to be verified from the statements, whether there's transfer or not. But I just want to react on that. Fatai Akorode, our head of accounts, was detained for 2 weeks. Somebody that has been in office has not left office, even as I'm talking now. I just want to, he has never detained anywhere.
Okay.
Not talk of 2 weeks. That's number one.
Okay.
Two, the woman that they were arrested from Abuja came in on 23rd and was released on 24th. The next day.
Just one day.
One day. And the person that bailed her is even with us here.
Okay.
He's here.
So where is the person that bailed her?
Where is it? Yes, now. Look at him there. He did the bailing. So can we come and tell the whole world somebody was detained for 2 weeks?
Please come and talk to us.
Again. Transfer in association is like any other organization. You can be transferred at any time. You won't say you send you to we have 36 state secretariats. In all the 36 states, we have state secretariats.
Doctor, there are circumstances that will surround.
I'm coming. So there is not everything we begin to look at. You are like that. Somebody can be transferred. But let him not be and saying in the midst of what do you call it, bandits and so on. People are there.
Thank you.
So please let these things be verified.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. You were the person that bailed the woman in question.
Yes, I was the one that bailed her.
When did she arrive? When did you bail her? Take it close to your mouth, sir.
I was told that.
Your name, sir?
My name is Oria Sotie.
Okay. Your designation in the association, sir?
I'm the unit chairman
of
National Orientation Agency.
Okay. So
I was told that she arrived a day before.
Which date was that?
Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, just go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
And so when I got there, I was told that she arrived a day before. And so she could not, the bail condition could not be perfected. So it was the next day now that I now took her on bail.
Okay. You were told she came a day before?
Yes, sir.
You were told?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So finally now, in order to save time, Barrister, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ordinary President. I'm grateful for the opportunity granted me. I need to mention that, as I earlier stated yesterday, I have actually known this association for quite some time. And my first contact with this association was sometime in 2010-11, when they were having a challenge in that association. Some individuals who were to contest in the election that brought in the person of Kaigama and the said Lawal now were met with some injustice, and they didn't know where to go to. So they came to my boss at that time, Mazi Alpha Musigwe.
Huh? The president, national president of the NBA.
Yes. So they came to him, and my boss assigned that matter to me. And with I did that matter, and at the end of the day, because of that intervention, the then Secretary General that was applying for 3 months at that time had to go.
Applying for 3 months extension.
Extension, yes.
By name who?
Comrade Solomon Onaino is the founding Secretary General of this association. And I believe that at some point, there might be a need to call him to clarify or verify some of the practices of the association, because he's very, very knowledgeable about the association. So at that time, he had to leave with the president at that time. His name is Comrade Olaiton. He was also a president at that time that extended his tenure, notwithstanding the fact that the duration of his tenure had elapsed. But his tenure, he was extended, because at that time, I think they were negotiating for the increase of minimum wage and all that. There were reasons. So that is at the time I became knowledgeable about this association, and I know that they've always had one issue or the other. I must also mention that it was about that time that I knew my learned colleague over there, Barrister Ige. Up until now, I'd always seen him as a friend and somebody I could actually relate with.
Till tomorrow?
Yes, provided that we have we have a lot of things in common, because we must have, for me to call you my friend, we must have a lot of things in common. He's my brother, but being a friend is another different issue entirely. So I when this issue started, it was someone that brought me. I've known the president not very closely, but
which of the president?
Comrade Innocent Bola Audu. I've known him for some time. The reason is I knew him from the church. I've always seen him from not very close, but it was from the church I knew him. And then it was someone that called my attention in church and said, "Did you hear what is happening to this person?" I said, "I don't know anything that is happening." He said I should try and reach out to him, which I did. So I called him. When I called him, he narrated his ordeals to me and told me what was happening. I said, "So what are you doing about it?" He said that is already before the FCTI court, where they have charged, where NAPTIP charged him with exploitation of vulnerable and all that. So, and I said, "Who is defending you?" He said, "The learned SAN, Samuel Zibiri." I said, "Okay, yeah, you're in good hands. But I will also be in touch with Samuel, the learned SAN, to see how my own inputs can also come in." So the next thing was now to ask him, "So what is the status of your mandate with the association?" He said that they told him to step aside. I said, "What was the process that was followed for that to happen?" He said they only held a meeting, and even after they held that meeting, there was supposed to be another meeting confirming that, and that he already went to court and obtained an injunction restraining them from holding that meeting. But nonetheless, after the court ordered them to maintain status quo, they still went ahead to hold that meeting and refused him. They didn't allow him access back into the association. That is the foundation of how I came in contact with this entire matter. I must also say, sir, without being emotional or trying to be very dispassionate, I am not interested, so to speak, in blindly following sentiments. I don't want to follow sentiments. The reason is because I am going to account one way or the other for my actions. It was God that in his mercy that thought I should be a lawyer, and that was why I am a lawyer today. And if anybody had said while I was in secondary school, just like the ordinary president said maybe day before yesterday or yesterday, that I was going to be a lawyer, to my classmates they would have said it is impossible. The reason was because I repeated SS1 twice. So my ability and cognitive strength was something that a lot of people doubted, including my parents. But God has been able to grant me extraordinary grace to have an above average ability to dispense my duty as a lawyer. So I am loyal to God, number one, before any human being. And I'm very, very scrupulous. Whatever I do, I have to think carefully to be certain that this is what God actually wants me to do. Now, I took on his matter pro bono. I didn't ask him for any money. I didn't ask him for anything. I said, the first thing we're going to do is to challenge their actions and decisions at the National Industrial Court, because only that court can decide what your rights are. And we initiated that process. And a lot of things happened in the course of while we were in court. A lot of objections were filed. A lot of steps were taken to frustrate the matter from getting to judgment. But at every point in time while I'm doing the matter, I always put it before God. I say, please, you are God of man. You determine the affairs. You reign in the affairs of men. Help us to get through to the end of this. I'm not doing all this all by myself. I'm doing it because while I was young, they said we are leaders of tomorrow. And I'm supposed to be conscious now. This is my own role as a leader of tomorrow in Nigeria now. A lot of my colleagues who are legal practitioners have left this country because of frustration and their inabilities to be able to make sense of what they are doing. But I said, while I'm here, I must be able to do what I feel it is right. Now, we initiated the process. We went through all the hurdles, courts delivered judgment, and a lot of other challenges came up. Now, before it's very important for me to
demonstrate, use the other hand.
Yes.
Hold the microphone.
Okay,
steady.
sir. Yes. I must mention that I will try not to be legalistic because we are not in the court. I will try to explain, and if possible, introduce.
Summarize.
Yes, and introduce some. If I can say it in pidgin, I will try to. But I need to understand. I need us to understand that the reason why we are here, like I said yesterday, is because things have not been properly done. If things had been rightly done, we are not supposed to have spent 3 years in court and still be here. If things had been properly done, I'm not supposed to have represented Comrade Innocent Bola Audu in 7 different cases. I have actually come to the conclusion that the matter of this association cannot be resolved by the courts. In the light of the plethora of and the multiplicity of suits, if I am counting as I'm sitting down here, we have not less than 13 cases that is before one court or the other. I'm aware of 3 courts appeal decisions. The first decision that Justice A.O. Musa gave, mandating them to maintain status quo. They challenged the jurisdiction of the court, and when that court upheld this jurisdiction, they went on appeal, and that appeal up till date is still lying down there. I'm also aware that even the decision of the ICPC delivered by Justice Agbaza, saying this man has no question to answer, he has been discharged and acquitted in a funny way that nobody can explain till tomorrow.
ICPC or NAPTIP?
NAPTIP, sorry. NAPTIP. In a funny way that nobody can explain till tomorrow. They say federal government of Nigeria went to appeal. And we begin to ask questions that what is the interest of the federal government of Nigeria that is looking for money to take care of a lot of domestic issues with someone who has been discharged and acquitted? Why would the federal government want to have any to go and appeal a decision which is rare? Once a matter is at the high court, court says you are discharged and acquitted, you are discharged and acquitted. And even if you go on appeal, the status does not change. The third one is this latest one. Not all
of the times.
Yes.
Not all. Don't forget.
Yes, not all the times. Not all, I say in rare cases. In rare cases. Now, the third appeal is this one of the National Industrial Court. National Industrial Court gave a judgment to the extent that it stated that this man's tenure, what you did was wrong. You shouldn't have. You said you removed him because he was answering NAPTIP. We believe that as a responsible organization, if he had answered and he has been discharged and acquitted, the proper thing was to bring him back. And the court directed that he's now being reinstated. The one they are saying that an order of court reinstated him. Not that the association was just to align with the judgment of the court. Align with the judgment of the court to do the right thing. Like I said, a judgment has been made. The judgment said this is, it declared him as the president. The association at the time the court said he's the president. The whole world is supposed to obey that, including the officers of the association. But if the officers of the association have now disobeyed that, and the question to be asked is, who now instructed the appeal? If he was the president at that time, who instructed that appeal? Could the purported secretary general instruct an appeal? Those are some of the questions that they need to answer, because you see, things need to be done right. The second thing I need to say is that, sir, the question about the investigation of EFCC that was botched, question needs to be asked. That organization needs to also say, because what is being peddled now is that they investigated and there was nothing associated with them. But there's nothing like that in the public domain. We need to find out from EFCC what became of that investigation. If it was transferred to ICPC, what step did you take? What became of that investigation? As I'm speaking with you, there's no formal report other than from what is being alleged in their own affidavit that they were investigated and there was nothing to that investigation. Another thing is that I need to mention is that the interpretation of the judgment, I'm careful, because he said that the matter is sub judice, and it's typical, and it's what I associate, what I've experienced every time that issues are to be discussed, whether in court or anywhere, you find preliminary objection, the one similar to what my learned brother raised this morning, that matter is sub judice, and because it's sub judice, you cannot talk about it. I respect that submission to the extent that the issues that he said is sub judice, that borders on whether or not the Comrade Innocent Bola Odu is the national president, is an issue that he has presented before the court. I will respect that, but it's also very important for them to begin to ask themselves questions. If you are now saying that Sheikh Mohammed is the national president of that association, how did he become? If the constitution of the association already specified the processes that is involved in it. A question was asked yesterday, and I think Dr. Igbokwe said no president who presided over the National Delegate Conference. No president presided over the National Delegate Conference. It has never been done before. Is it possible that with all the provisions that we read from the Constitution yesterday, where we said that the national president presides over the meeting of the CWC National Delegate Conference as well as the National Executive Council? So how did you manage to conduct a National Delegate Conference without the incumbent president who obtained a judgment, who was still validly sitting at the helm of affairs? That's another one. Now, one of the things they said yesterday was that the supposed Secretary General Joshua Akpebo that the Constitution permits him to organize the delegate conference. Yes. If the Constitution permits him to organize, yes, I agree that the Constitution says you can organize, but it's organized. He organized in the interest of the association. He organized as a staff of the association. He does not preside over the National Delegate Conference. The presiding of the National Delegate Conference is key. Now, from what is being peddled around and what we have seen on social media in the news, it was just Festus Osifo, the registrar of trade union, who has a lot of questions to answer. How that you bring an independent organization, because his office operates under the Ministry of Labor. How would you go and attend a meeting where you are singing Aluta Continua? This thing is in the public domain. bringing the office of the Minister of Labor into disrepute and making it look as if the Minister of Labor has already taken sides. Because the essence of his presence there was to validate that national delegate conference and confer legitimacy on Mohammed Shehu, who is introducing himself as the national president of the association now. Now, there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered. Another question that needs to be answered is the Akpe boy himself, the purported Secretary General. I recall that in 2022, while we were before the court gave 2 separate orders, as done in the first case of A.O. Musa, that parties should maintain status quo. Who are the parties in this instance? The Association of Senior Civil Servants, Alade Bashir Lawal, Tommy Etim Okun. Now, that association includes the 3 organs of the association as earlier mentioned. Now, if court has said maintain status quo, it means that take no steps to alter the composition of the association. Another president who asked a very intelligent questions yesterday, who were the chairman that attended those meetings. Now, I must let the entire world know that while this matter was in court, a lot of elections were held in defiance of the order of the court asking the association to maintain status quo, to bring in new officers who was going to be loyal to the idea of national delegate conference. Another thing was that while the matter was in court, in disobedience and in defiance of the court order, that was when the said Akpebo was introduced as the secretary of the association. Now, that's whether or not Akpebo is a valid secretary general is still a subject that is still shrouded in controversy, such as this capacity to even conduct a national delegate question is still hanging in the air. So what I have seen about this association, because sir, I must let you know, sir, it takes a lot of energy and it is draining. How that a lot of tactics is being employed on a daily basis to bring issues to the light of the day. That happened when he said, don't even discuss. The matter is subject. Don't even discuss it here. We are not supposed to. I want to say something. And that was supposed to stop the world from knowing what has been happening. The civil servants of Nigeria, whose the monthly salaries, the monies that is being spent by this association is being deducted. This money is not even enough. We are talking about 70,000 naira as minimum wage, and you still deduct this money as there is no proper accountability for it. And I think that if there is anything that this particular sitting is supposed to address, it's supposed to address what is happening in this association. Now, that begins to call the attention of the Attorney General of the Federation, the Inspector General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, to ask questions. Because if this is not looked at, and if what is happening in the association, there's no inquest as to what is really happening in this association, the association will become a problem to public peace in Nigeria. We saw that in Area 7. The day we went to go and they went there to go and he went to go and resume the office. I was with them on that day.
The day you two.
Yes, I was with them. Yes. I was with them. I was actually at the Federal High Court, but they called me and said this was what was happening. So I had to leave Federal High Court to join them on that day to find out what was happening. That police were resisting and all that. And on that said day, I must tell you, sir, the entire of Area 7 was engulfed in tear gas. Not less than about 15 thereabout of canisters were fired. So meaning that the neighbors in that vicinity had a lot of problems to handle. Now, if that is happening in all the 36 states of the country, it compounds the already fragile national peace that we have. It is very important that the institutions that are involved in this begins to ask questions. The chairman of ICPC should also begin to look at the petition that came before it. Let there be a review. The investigation, was it properly carried out? Was it done in line with the dictates of the law? A lot of things need to be revisited. If we don't do that, this association is going to implode. Finally, let me before I drop the mic, because I think I have said a lot already. Now, like I said, no court case can solve the problem of this association. No court. I have been involved in 7, and it's still counting. Because from what I have seen now, another vistas has been opened into the crisis of the association. And that new vistas is that there is somebody who is already now saying, I'm the president. A letters is being written introducing himself to agencies, to this, to that. There's another person whom you said, oh, we have been able to obtain an interim order restraining him from. So that meaning that a lot of multiple action is still going to ensue if this matter is not dealt with now. Now, what I know by wisdom is that a house that is divided against itself can never stand. This association is bound to fail. This association is bound to become a problem to the society, to Nigeria, and is bound to, as we are speaking, the entire world is looking at us, and they are hearing a lot of criminal allegations, a lot of dirty things that is being spewed out. The branding of this association is at its lowest. The name Association of Senior Civil Servants now resonates with all that has taken place in this place. If that steps are now taken, like I said, court matter cannot resolve it. As a matter of fact, I have dissipated too much energy in court, and personally I also feel that there's a need for me to do other things. As I said,
Thank you. Please.
And finally sir, now sir, I need to also let them know what is the effect of the judgment of the National Industrial Court. The effect of the National Industrial Court is that it puts back the president to his position. Whether you choose to obey that judgment or not, by saying you reinstated him. If you reinstated him, is to show to the whole world that the association is a law-abiding organization. But if you now say that court said you should reinstate him, and you chose not to reinstate him because you don't want him back, it shows that it's a lawless organization. That is. Then secondly, then what is now the effect of that judgment? Has there been a stay? You said you filed an appeal. Even if that appeal is lawfully filed, which is not in any way, if it is filed, have you stayed that judgment? Does that judgment nullifies itself? No. It means that any steps that is supposed to be taken by the association, validity and effect can only be given to it. Any meeting that you said you hold, whether NEC meeting, whether CWC meeting, whether National Delegate Conference, that does not recognize this man as the national president, such meeting is void and illegal. And I'm saying that with respect to even the so-called National Delegate Conference they said they've held. My appeal to them, sir, is that they should remember they represent families. They have names. They have children. They should understand that outside today, this particular.
No, you are bringing emotional.
No, sir. I work with logic.
So please.
Yes, I work with logic and my conscience. They should remember that this moment will pass, but this particular proceedings will remain forever. They should remember that there's nothing that is done that will be covered up on this world, and that is one of the reasons we are here. It is not too late for Mr. Shehu Mohammed. I'm appealing to him now with respect, because I doubt that he has the capacity to inherit the problem. I see him as a gentleman. I don't think he wants to inherit this problem and carry on the association from here. I think that it is still not too late for them to begin to correct the anomalies of this association. But I also fear that might be very, very difficult. The reason why I said it might be very difficult is because of the internal and external interest in the funds of the association. As long as you have the people like Tommy Etim Okon calling shots from outside, they have to answer, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. As long as Lawal is still the one who is putting them in positions of authority in the association, they have to be loyal. They are constrained.
Thank you very much.
There's nothing they can do.
Thank you.
So that is the challenge.
Thank you very much.
Very grateful, sir.
Thank you. My brothers, my sisters, if I look at and say time, don't they give us signal to do things. Signal make we suspend this matter. But I go suggest something to them, both parties. Even if matter day for court, we dey mediate. And after the mediation, we approach the court with the outcome of the mediation at whatever level it is. Please, in the interest of peace. Okay, let me add your own, and the people you are serving. In the name of God Almighty in heaven, that created all of us and gave us the grace to be alive and active. Please, it is never too late to make peace, to make amends. Where the complainants have made mistakes, let us understand. Where the respondents have made mistakes, let us understand. Let us forge ahead. Nobody is going to live on earth forever. Drop the microphone, Oman, please. Thank you. Nobody is going to live forever. Some of us here, maybe some of us here may not even see December. Maybe me, not because I have any terminal ailment. December is even too far. Please, please, in the name of God, I don't want to know whether you are a Muslim or a Christian. God in heaven is watching all of us. And we know right inside of us, those that are saying the truth, no. Those that are lying, no. It's your conscience now that is left with you to consult with. I am begging you in the name of God, and I'm offering myself and the organization. I'm a fellow of the Institute. I'm a certified chartered mediator and a conciliator. Not local, international. Please, it is not obligatory on you to accept me or my organization to mediate. It's just an offer. And it is not going to cost you 1 naira. But even if I am not going to be the one to do it, look for someone else. Maybe you can even approach the National Human Rights Commission. They have the capacity. Maybe you can approach the Legal Aid Council of Nigeria. They have the capacity. Even the Citizens' Rights Department under the Federal Ministry of Justice can handle this instead of this expositories on air. I am begging you, both the complainant and the respondent. I am begging you in the name of God. Maybe I can request to give you people 1 week to get back to us, both parties. If any party feels safe enough for us to mediate, you indicate. If this other party feels safe enough for us to mediate, we mediate. And let me tell you, at the end of mediation, we don't discuss what transpired, what we discovered. It is what is agreed to be made known to the public that will be made to the public. The most important thing is achieving that peaceful coexistence. We found out that in the process of the mediation, this person, no. Mediation has already been established and achieved, and this is the result. That is all. And the result must be agreed by both parties, that this is what should be given out to the members of the public in the interest of peace. We will all die one day, sooner or later. What are we going to tell our Creator? Now you have senior advocate defending you. Before your God, there is no senior advocate. Even the senior advocate is looking for a way. May God Almighty make it easy for us. May we end well. May we end well. May we end well. May our hereafter be better than what we enjoy here on earth. With this one, Mr. Man, you are not going to talk. You are not going to talk. Nobody is going to talk. I've allowed all of you. You are not going to talk. We have allowed all of you to talk. We are going to give you 1 week. Barrister Pamela, check your calendar. Yes, sir. We have done mediations here, a lot of mediations that led to the withdrawal of cases in the court.
Yes, sir.
So please, what date is it?
Today is 16th, sir.
16th?
Yes, 16th August.
So
1 week from today is 23rd.
23rd.
Yes, sir.
Now, it is not obligatory on anybody. It is not obligatory on anybody to accept. But you have between now and the 23rd of this month to process it and get back to us. I don't know. I don't want to even open the telephone line again. I refuse to read comments here. Because one person may just call in and say something that will disorganize everything we have done. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There are comments, some good comments, some nasty comments, some irresponsible comments. But I chose to leave this line because something is telling me in me that because this matter has lingered for too long does not mean that it cannot be resolved. If this place can resolve Fulani and Agatu crisis, and up till today, since the day we made them embrace each other, nobody can tell me that there is a crisis again between Fulani and Agatu in Agatu land. Many other mediations we have done. And I believe the same God that gave us the grace to do that before now, we will give us the grace to do this and many more by the grace of God. Please, I would like you to first of all, everybody in the studio to appreciate the respondents. Please, let's appreciate them. First of all, it was an allegation on air. We reached out to them, even though Mr. Lawal did not come, and we are not insisting on him coming now until, if you agree to the mediation proposal, he will be present there, but not here again. They honored the invitation by coming. It is not obligatory on them to come, even though if they had refused to come, we would have continued with the matter. We are obligated to reach out to them, and it is their right, not a privilege, not a favor. It is their right to be given this opportunity to say it, either physically or via the phone. You remember when I said Mr. Lawal can be reached out to either via the phone and the rest. Please, let's appreciate the respondents again. Now, I'm going to ask us to appreciate the respondents again collectively. Drop your envy, your anger, your everything. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. May God bless all of us. There's a special reward God gives to anybody that attempts to resolve dispute. For those of for the Muslims, it's called sulhu. For the Christians, it's called mediation. It's a special reward. May God share it amongst all of us, including those that are watching all over the world. Now let us appreciate the complainants for having the confidence to come here. Let us appreciate them again in order to strike a balance. Because we gave the respondents 3 clap, let's give the complainant the 3rd one. In the interim, pending when we resolve this matter, for us to show how mature and responsible we are. Please come. Please come. The mic is not working. No problem. If nobody hear me, God they hear me. Now enemies of progress, they off the mic. Please. Okay, thank you, sir. Please. I don't know how God arranged the standing. Please. Please, in the name of God, extend your hand to have a handshake. Please hug each other, please. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Hi, 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 hembe, lembe. Oh, lo, lo, lo. Hi, 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 hi. Belembe. Oh, lo, lo, lo. When I observe something, it be like say shame. Don't they catch the devil already?